The IYANOLA Council for the Advancement of Rastafari is calling for change, lamenting the spate of youth-on-youth violence in St. Lucia. Icar President Aaron Alexander fears that the violent actions of youth may be a microcosm of years of unresolved trauma linked to slavery.
Firstly, we fully condemn in the strongest words possible these acts of aggression and violence being carried out amongst our youth, one towards the other. This sort of behavior is indicative of our conditioning on the slave plantations, where brothers were pitted against each other, fighting to the death, usually armed with a hammer, just as a form of entertainment for the slave plantation owners and their friends. This was rampant during the slavery days, and these sentiments towards each other has passed down through our DNA and memory cells, and we are all aware that we are suffering from a condition known clinically as post-traumatic slave syndrome.
St. Lucia has recorded 70 known homicides in 2024, with the latest a tragic altercation involving two brothers allegedly stabbing a young man. The incident has left the community in shock. Residents noted that the three were often seen together, deepening the sense of tragedy.
Recently, we have seen fatal outcomes from gun violence, which took the life of a young lady, and a stabbing along the Millennium Highway, which took the life of a young man, and a child currently undergoing surgery after sustaining a gunshot to the face. This has got to stop, my people, and it will take all of us acting with one mindset to bring the situation to a halt.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force's half-year report, January to June 2024, revealed alarming crime statistics. 18 males were arrested and charged with murder, while victims were predominantly young men. Of the 40 recorded victims, 16 were aged 21 to 30 and 3 were between 11 to 20 years old. Notably, all murder victims during that period were male.
Our youth are suffering from an identity crisis in many ways, brought on deliberately through our colonial education system, and this is widespread throughout the Caribbean region. Our youth needs to be reconditioned to learn better ways of socializing with each other, with a view of not allowing the petty disputes which they will have from time to time from getting to a deadly violent end.
ICA President Aaron Alexander is urging a systemic overhaul, calling for the reconditioning of young minds through a transformative education system.
They need to have greater tolerance and patience with each other, learn techniques to diffuse confrontations, and give each other the benefit of the doubt. Our youth need to change their lifestyles as well, which may lead to such fatal consequences. Our youth need to feel a greater sense of belonging and attachment to something more positive and more beneficial to them, instead of gravitating towards gang death because there is no life being involved in gangs. We parents need to take a greater responsibility for our children and play a more pivotal role in helping to curb the violence amongst our youth population.
Alexander condemned the community's silence in the face of youth exhibiting antisocial behavior, urging society to break the cycle by speaking up and embracing the role of collective parenting.